All right, so I'm with my dad. His name's Louis Cahoon, and I'm going to be asking him some questions about his career. And so, what is your career job, and give us a brief description of what you do.
So I'm a licensed funeral director and a licensed insurance agent, and I work with a funeral home to provide pre-planning services where people come in and plan their funeral and pay for it through an insurance policy.
Okay. So what is required to do this career, such as like a license, classes, and a college degree?
Okay, so you have to have a funeral service license in North Carolina, which requires at least or a 2-year associate's degree, and then you have to do a year's apprenticeship to get that licensure, also either before or after school, and then you also, to do my job, you have to have an insurance license also.
Okay. So what does a day look like in your job look like?
Mainly consists of follow-ups with families that we've already served to see if some of those members, whether it be a surviving spouse or children or brother or sister, they want to go ahead and plan their services since they've just experienced, a death in the family. And so a lot of times they realize how important it is to have those plans in order before, they actually have to make them. And obviously it's not an easy conversation to get into, to talk about someone's own mortality, but they realize when they go through that it's a lot easier to have things laid out and planned versus trying to make those emotional decisions at the time of need.
Okay. So what are some common questions you get as an advanced planning director?
Well, most people have never done it before. So it's kind of like I'm a liaison between the funeral home and them to kind of get down on paper really what they want, the goal they want to accomplish, and how they want things to be handled. And so that's mainly is like, how does this work? How do we go about this? And so we get all the information possible in a file and recorded. And then, specifics of what, the specifics of what they would like in a concise manner to their liking.
Okay.
And then we review that before we finish it up. And I make notes in the file about what we talked about.
And what type of attire do you wear to your job?
Oh, it's a suit, a business suit.
And a tie.
Yeah. Okay. Suit and a tie. Yeah.
And what are some things you like about your job and dislike about your job?
The main thing is I've been a funeral director for 25 years. Half of my career has been in the advanced planning side and helping families plan things. But prior to that, I was working with them, actually making arrangements and handling the funerals. And so combining that experience with, I think families feel comfortable with me having that prior experience, and then doing what I do now. And so I like serving families and feeling like I'm helping them through
a tough time,
a situation that will be tough on their own family at that time, but now we get to take care of some of that ahead of time, and that way their children know what they wanted and they feel like they're carrying it out in that manner. Some of the things I guess sometimes there's you can't get up with people during normal business hours, so you have to make some phone calls in the evenings, and maybe an appointment in an evening
or a weekend,
or on a weekend, a Saturday morning or something. So for people that are still working, so that's somewhat of a negative, but I can work that around what we want to do as a family on a weekend. I can